Welcome back to Care for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 804, we're going to continue down the Selesnya path with Katilda, Dawnhart Prime. Now, for 2 mana, we get a 1/1 human warlock. Protection from werewolves, that's oddly relevant right now. And human creatures you control have tap out a mana of any color. So, you also spend 6 mana to put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. That is the thing. Especially the Cryptolith Right version. So, I mean, the second ability helps the third ability, because if all your creatures tap for mana, then you that 6 is easier to come up with, right? Well, I'll admit I found an interaction here that I probably should have put in the previous or all of the other green-white humans decks, but there again, I'm trying to make them a little bit different. So here's the interaction. Midnight Guard. Just a 2/3 for 3 that whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you untap Midnight Guard. Well, you put a enchantment on him called Commander's Authority. So, at the beginning of your upkeep, you put a 1/1 human token onto the battlefield, which will untap him. I know he's already untapped because he went through the untap step. But if there is a way to benefit from him attacking or from him tapping to whatnot. Either way, I thought it was kind of interesting. It doesn't work like the whole elf thing works. That's insane. But anyway, I liked it, thought it was cute, so yeah, why not? So let's look at our ramp, shall we? I do have Circuitous or the Cryptolith Right in there, mainly because maybe our commander's going to get too expensive. I don't, It felt like it was worth a slot, and it was kind of on theme, right? So, Avacyn's Pilgrim, Rampant Growth, Cultivate, and Circuitous Route are the spells, and then the Wildfield Border Post, Selesnya Locket, and Selesnya Key Rune for the artifacts. Got a little more card draw on this one. Rites of Flourishing. Yeah, I'm surprised it was not in the other one. Harmonize, Camaraderie, because, we're planning on having a bunch of creatures. And then Armistice. Now, Armistice, it's an old card, but this is where White's at. And it doesn't appear to be getting better anytime soon. But, a lot of times, this is also, a deal maker at the table. I'll draw a card, you can gain 3 life so you're not close to dead or whatever. Anyway. Have humans. These are humans with, well, all but one. We'll get the non-human out of the way first, the Hamza. +1/+1 counters, obviously a theme for the deck since our commander, puts it on the team. So, Hamza seemed like a pretty good guide. Deranged Outcast, sack a human, probably a token, right? To put counters on a creature. Orzhov Advocist. Everybody gets counters. Don't forget, you're part of the everybody, right? Squad Captain. Alaru. You get spirits when you token humans die, so that's not bad. Dearly Departed. You don't really... It's not a human, I know, but it really helps out the humans if it is in the graveyard. Thalia's Lieutenant. Also a great card. Arcus Acolyte, if some of them don't have a +1 counter on them. It's a cheaper way to get there, and you can probably get a couple counters on before you get your 6 mana rolling, right? Absent Falconer, love that thing. Elite Scale Guard, yeah. Inspiring Call. Those creatures gain indestructible, and you draw cards, so I've used this in game. Karn's Bastion, just good old-fashioned proliferate. And then Tuskguard Captain, giving them trample. But our last non-human is the Conclave Mentor because it is disgusting. You know, just a great, great card. A little bit of, you know, pump up with Stoneforge Masterwork since we're playing with humans. Now, humans proper. It's hard to try to get a different set of humans for each one of these decks. I'll just be honest with you. So there's going to be some duplication in these green-white decks. We have Fencing Ace. It's one of the cheapest white double strikers, and mounting up counters on it is, you know, pretty good. Hamlet Captain. Other humans, you know, it does the Anthem thing. Slayer of the Wicked. I didn't put this in removal because it may or may not be removal. I mean, you know, Vampire, Werewolf, Zombie, those are very common tribes. And even in non-tribal decks, they'll run, you know, a smattering, one here, one there. But there is a possibility you can draw this, and it's just a human. Elder of Laurels. Now, I have used this, and I have, when playing this deck, I have punched people with 12/12 lands. And, yeah. You turn the land into the creature, you Elder Laurel that thing huge, and, you know. Was it this deck or was it another deck? I don't remember. We have Gathered Townsfolk. I know it's not a creature, but it does put 2 humans into play. And it's kind of almost like a ritual at that point. Yeah, you got to wait till Summoning Sickness is over with, but 2 mana now, get you 2 mana every successive turn that those humans are alive. So, Yavimaya Elder, that sweet edged version, you know, good human. You're not upset if it dies. Twal Beastmaster, this is a great one to mount up counters on, just mainly because, you know, it helps the whole team. Den Protector, yeah. Kessed's Cagebreaker played this one and got a few wolves out there. White Shield Crusader, I like the fact that he can gain flying. I love these old Pump Knights. It's kind of a throwback to yesteryear, you know. Riders of Gavany. There again, the more and more decks that get built out there, the more tribal decks that exist. And, yeah. Soul Warden, just cuz. Shanna Sisay's Legacy, you know, she just counts creatures, and she's a human, and she's Celestia, and this is everything the deck wants, right? Thraben Doomsayer, it's just tap to create a human creature token. Now, if you can go back to that first enchantment that I showed you and put it on this, you're getting one on the tap and one on the upkeep. Wish there was a way to do the whole elf thing, you know, where you tap it and put a creature in, and that untaps it, and da-da-da. Maybe there is, and I just missed it. But anyway, Maja Bredeguard Protector again, because, you know, human, Celestia +1, landfall, get a human that is probably going to tap for mana. So yeah, Containment Priest. We don't really have a way to bring stuff in for free. Hold on. We got one. You know, we have late to dinner. But outside of that, it prevents things like, you know, people Elvish Pipering in a Impervious Great Worm on turn 5. Yeah. I'm not bitter. Aegis of the Gods. I like having the Hexproof. I know 5 mana is a lot for a 2/2, but flying and double strike, there's nothing better to put counters on, right? I mean, in the humans. Now, there's that one cat that's pretty good, but yeah, pretty good. Now, Kythion's Irregulars. This is, yeah, it's got the renown thing, it's whatevs, but the tap target creature is more useful than people realize. I mean, really, really is. A few other oddball cards we've got here. Monk Idealist, get an enchantment back. Collective Blessing, the permanent giant growth is kind of sweet. Now, Rite of Harmony, this may be not the right deck for it. I get it. But I do like it. It's what was the old card, Glimpse of Nature? For a single green, whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you get to draw a card this turn. But I do like the card. And Join Shields, untap them all. They're hexproof and indestructible. It's a pretty good anti-wrath if somebody's about that. Now, Staff of Domination, like I said, doesn't really fit anywhere because it does all the things, and I love it. And it's cards like this with the little subtle hints. Have you noticed that each one of the handles on the staff is a different color? I've always admired that for years. Anyway, removal. Of course, naturalize and return to nature. We have a wax and wane, because, it's not bad. Destroy enchantment or, +2, if that's your thing. Disenchant. War Priest of Thune, pops enchantment when it comes into play. Devout Chaplain. Tap some humans to exile. That's pretty sweet. Fiend Hunter, does the O-ring thing. And then, lastly, tap 3 humans in this, 3 mana, 3 humans, destroy target creature. Seems like a lot, I know, but if you're vigilant or if you at the end of your turn, yeah. So, into somebody else's turn, I mean. So let's look at our non-basic lands. Nothing really oddball here. The Command Tower, Thornglen Bridge, Tranquil Expanse, Selesnya Guildgate, Evolving Wilds, best card in Magic, of course, Sungrass Prairie, Blighted Woodland, Desert of the True, Terramorphic Expanse, Grey Pelt Refuge, Blossoming Sands, and Selesnya Sanctuary. And of course our I guess I haven't mentioned this in a while. I don't cover the basic lands. They're in there, but it would be boring for me just to show you this many playing, Oh, did I miss I did miss a card in the basic lands. Condemn. See if I missed any others. I wonder how many times I do that. But I don't show the basic lands. I probably could, count them and say I've got so many plains and so many forests, but I just never have. I don't know. It just seems like boring content to me. Talking about basic lands. But that is 804 Katilda, and 804 is on the wall. But we will, we'll continue on with our Selesnya project this week, since I've got 2, I guess technically 3. I'll have done 4 Selesnya decks and then a 5 color, so technically that's what, Selesnya plus Grixis? I don't know. Anyway, that's what I've got for today. I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, we're going to go ahead and shuffle and cut.